Hey you guys, I hope you're all doing well. I had a really awesome request come through my Patreon community, and it's to channel Quan Yin, and there were some questions associated with it. And I think right now, with all these intense energy shifts and how they're inspiring us in our emotions and our vulnerabilities and our explorations of the balance of our male and female aspects and all of this stuff, bringing us back into a place of more honesty in the world that we're living in, within our own individual lives, and with the way we feel about society and all of this stuff, like really bringing it on in. The energy is doing this right now. I swear to God, it really is. All right, so Kuan Yin, the Bodhisattva of compassion, okay? I think it'd be a great energy for the energies right now. Great energy for the energies right now. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys the questions and then I'm going to get connected here, okay? So, one of the questions is, what benefit would it bring someone to wear her amulet? Does she truly specialize in one area only? Or are the Bodhisattvas more like all-around beings who work to assist humanity in all aspects of our ascension? As in, would she say her energy is better suited for a certain group or type of people over others? So these are some questions for Kuan Yin, and I think they're really great questions. I actually was wearing a Kuan Yin amulet for a while, and I just love her, so why wouldn't I want to wear it, you know? She's sort of, it's like she is me somehow. She's all of us. If I wear that amulet, it's sort of like I feel like I'm a part of her. I feel like a part of her is with me as well, and plus that she's like a great reminder, like an advertisement for the world, a Kuan Yin advertisement. So just wearing it reminds people to bring it on in, you know? Bring it on into the Kuan Yin style, you know? All right, so I'm going to relax. Get cozy here. Okay. I'm almost there. I swear to God, I'm almost there. I think I'm ready now. I think I'm ready. Okay. Kuan Yin. Just allowing myself to feel connected here. Okay, first thing, she's playing a flute inside my heart. And the flute is golden, and it's not like a flute that you play along the side. It's more like playing it straight down. And there's a golden melody that comes from the flute. And it actually it's lifting my spirits, is the way you would define it. The golden energy is really in my heart, and it's lifting my spirits, the music and the song, and she's playing it for me. But she's not just playing it for me, she's playing it for you guys too. But she says, you're the one that wants to channel Kuan Yin today, Abby. I'm playing this song for you. It's like, all right, I'm going to receive Kuan Yin right now. And if you guys want to receive Kuan Yin right now, you got to say, Kuan Yin, I'd like to hear your golden flute play in my heart and lift my spirits. She says, oh, now that's how we do it, Abby. When you choose when you want to receive and you say, if you express the intention, Now you are actually choosing for yourself. She's showing me as in, Abby, you can't choose. You can't choose for them out there. They have to decide. If they want to receive Kuan Yin's golden song, they need to say that for themselves. They need to choose that for themselves. So I am choosing it. I am receiving it. So if you want to choose it, you too can receive it. But I'm not going to choose it for you. You gotta choose it for yourselves. Okay. It's really funny. The flute is getting really excited. It's almost like her energy when it gets like poppy and happy. The flute goes like kind of crazy like that. And it's in my ears as well. And it's just like, it's almost tickling, like a feather tickling your ear. The flute noise, it's going up and down really fast. And it's so fast. It's sort of like bringing me into the 80s somehow, and it's like the music creates the colors, man. I don't know, like an 80s thing. It's like radical or something. But there's like streams of colors coming out, and it's kind of got an 80s vibe to it. I don't know what it is, but it's like music and colors, but it's 80s style. Somehow it feels 80s style. Not like the 70s or the 60s, but like the 80s. It's like technicolors. and they're just coming out, and it's making me laugh. It's like so funny because it's so tickling my heart and my ears and everything, and the energy is going it's going really fast right now, even faster than before. I almost can't keep up with it. It's like, oh my god, this is so crazy. This is what it's like right now. But the thing is I'm not going to tell her to stop, because this is a miracle to receive this. This is a gift. This is what I want. I'm ready for this. I thank you, Kuan Yin. Thank you. And I'm gonna let you play that flute, because I love this. This is healing for me. I'm receiving. I feel happy. This really is lifting my spirits, and I want to stay. I want to continue to experience this. So she's still doing it, but the energy vibes are actually shifting, so things are relaxing, but I'm still seeing the images, but my connection with it is not like I'm freaking out, because it's just tickling me so much right now, but it's just relaxing here. Super relaxing here. And I feel like a child, and I feel like I want to snuggle into the softest, most coziest, most fluffy bed of all time. And I'm such a child that I'm sucking my thumb and I'm getting so cozy. My heart portal is really opening in a really special, innocent, childlike way. I'm snuggling into a really big white fluffy pillow, and I'm wearing a little white. I'm wearing a white nightgown, white sheets, white comforter, white everything, and it's just so snuggly. It's so bedtimey feeling. It's so snuggly. Oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, Quan Yin, I love this snuggly feeling. It's like fluffy all over me, and it's so warm and so cozy and happy and childlike, and it's Betty Bye time, and it's really great. I love it. Oh yeah, it's like the best. It's the best right now. It's the best. I don't know which one I like better, the tickling golden flute or the snuggly, cuddly bedtime experiences. Are like so awesome. Totally different vibes, totally different experiences of awesomeness. And it's great though. It's really great. Both sides, both of them are really great. She's smiling. And she actually has a very formal sacred bow that she's expressing to me right now. I just like, I don't even know what to say, because I'm so touched. I'm like, oh wow, it's not from my culture, but I can't help but just do the same back, just to say thank you so much. It's so kind of you, Kuan Yin. I just feel so touched. It's strange because I'm absolutely so thankful that I can't even contain myself. I don't know if maybe I'll just pick her up and like throw her around in circles and kiss her face a million times, like a happy dog finally sees their owner again after a long day of being stuck in the house. Like that's what this is like so happy I can't even contain myself. And she's getting smaller and smaller, and she's starting to turn into like a black chess piece, but really far away. But I know she's there. I don't need to see you to know that you're here. And I feel so touched by this. I feel I'm good to go for a while. I feel I just got a huge, like, I've a huge upgrade. Like I can tolerate things. I can keep going again. I didn't even realize how sort of tired from the track run of life I've been until the Quan Yin experience happened, and now I feel revitalized, I feel revived, and it's the laughter, it's the coziness, it's the childlike moments, it's the snuggly, it's the really like spot on experiences, all of it combined into one blissful moment, whether that's bedtime or that's the golden flute. Like it's amazing, and my energy just feels so revived. But I'm also asking her, why are you wanting to become so small and so far away? And somehow I feel like she's too far away from my heart, she's too far away from me, and I really want to see her. But somehow I have to see myself and not see her, but see myself, and see myself now as her. as the golden flute player, as the one creating the snuggly beds for children, as that. But I feel sad because I tell her I don't know that I could ever make it that magical for other human beings the way you made it that magical. You're a spirit. You have a way of helping me to feel the energies on a level that in our human world is like we really don't cater to that volume of making it that special, that kind, that we don't cater to that volume. And she smiles quietly. Everything is very peaceful. Everything is getting really silent, and it feels like it's coming inward, like into a triangle, some sort of dimensional triangle. And there's a lotus flower on the inside of it, and it's clear. I can see through, but I can't see through to the other side. I can see into it, but I can't see through to the other side. There's some sort of haze, like a fog on the inside, and then a lotus flower. And it feels like she's bringing it all in, but I don't like this fogginess on the inside of the pyramid. It's some sort of triangular shape. It feels like my heart has a fog inside of it, and I don't like the way that it feels. When I look at this image, it's sort of echoing to me that it's a heart portal, and the heart portal is the beautiful lotus flower, but why is the smoke inside of there? Why is the fog inside of there? Why is there not greater clarity within the heart portal? And it almost feels like the power to remove the triangle, to remove the pyramid, to release that fog is not an option. You can't take it off, release the fog, move your hands around to clear the air inside of there. You have to keep that pyramid cover on top and just look at the flower. And I don't know what it is about this picture, but there's some sort of urgency. There's a terrifying feeling that this precious flower is going to wither away and die. It's not getting the proper oxygen. And there's something about this. There's something very concerning about this, and not having the ability to solve the problem. I don't have the ability to remove that. I don't have the ability to help this flower. All I can do is look and watch, and I feel so much concern right now. She says, what if the flower dies? The flower is not getting sunlight. It's not able to receive moisture from water. It's not receiving the right balance. And this flower is so precious. If this flower were to die, it would be a very devastating thing. It would be a very sad thing. I'm going to tell her the first thought that came to mind was, one idea that came to mind, the first idea that came to mind, Quan Yin, was that I would have to choose acceptance. If I do not have the power to remove this glass case, if I can't clear the air inside of it, if I can't give that flower a better circumstance in life, then I must choose acceptance. But somehow I feel like that flower is me. And I don't want to choose acceptance of the situation or the position that flower is in. I want that flower to be free to breathe in the fresh air and the sun, have the sunlight and the rain when it falls, and the moistened soils, the balance that it needs to grow properly. It needs balance. This is an important message, because also intertwined is the collective consciousness, because this one flower is precious. This flower is me. But this one flower isn't just me. It's every single person on the planet is a precious, precious flower. And if that flower were to wither away and die, that would be a sad day. And how many flowers on the planet do you feel, how many people are stuck inside a glass cage with smoke covering the sun, preventing the rain from falling into your life, the clarity that you need, and it's withering your petals, it's creating challenge to breathe, you're suffocating under the experiences. And so there's something very important about this image and this message here. And I see the child going to bed, but not feeling the snuggliness of it all, but feeling sad. And the sadness is more important than the coziness, than the appreciation of the soft, cozy, wonderful beds. The sadness overshadows, overpowers the ability to appreciate, to feel the experience of the coziness of the bed. And this is a reflection of the flower withering, and it's experiencing dying inside. Who will remove this glass case? Who will move the pyramid? Who will clear the air for this flower? I say, well, the flower has to. But I don't relate to that. I feel that it is time we start acknowledging we have the power to help each other. Somehow, some way, whether that's making a YouTube video to share a positive message, that's making a blog post to share a positive message, whether that's opening the door for an old lady with a sack of groceries, whether that's saying hi to some random person walking along the street. There's something that we can do every day to just give some flavor of the glass case with the clarity and the sunlight and the rain, and no glass case at all. There's something that we can do to help each other. Why is this flower alone? Why is this flower encased? Why is this happening? She wants me to go inside of the flower. So I go inside, and the first thing is I'm inside of the glass case, and I'm looking at the flower's really big petals. Doesn't quite look like a lotus flower. It looks slightly different. The petals kind of look like long tongues that are withering, and they're white and pink, and they look like the tongue is like coming out. They're saying but it's really kind of out a long ways, and then it's withering and looks black in places along the edges, and it feels weak. This is complicated. The more I look at the flower, the more I experience what is a complex lifetime. And a complex lifetime doesn't have one challenge. It has many challenges interconnected into a single day, day after day, and trying to work through several of these challenges before you can work through all of them. And it takes years of time to even get through one or two of a handful of challenges that you can never seem to get through, or you finalize or discover how to overcome something within yourself. And it feels like life is a lot of burdens. Sometimes too many burdens. She asks how she can help this flower. You say, well, you could play your golden flute for the flower. It sure worked on me. And she's coming into this image with her golden flute, and she smiles and bows. But the flower looks like it's growing even more sickly, and she hasn't played the flute. It's sort of like the flower has to ask for my help before I can help the flower. If the flower literally has no mouth to ask for help. So we have a situation where this one cannot ask for help. So how can she help a flower that cannot ask for help? Say, man, this Kuan Yin, this is really difficult. How many people need help that can't ask for help? That just don't feel like they have a voice? I can see that this flower desperately needs help, but it literally can't ask for help. It's a flower. And we can see the flower needs help by the way that it looks. And if we really care about our garden, we'll tend to the needs of the garden based on the way the garden looks. But what about human beings? Human beings aren't necessarily flowers. She's showing me that the flower again is part of the heart that we're looking at here. We can see it as part of the human race, but why don't we take a look at it as part of the heart? The heart then feels like it is withering away. Is this heart able to ask for help? I just say, I don't know. I'm just going to go heal this heart. I'm just here. I just going to follow my instinct. I can't even answer these questions anymore. I can't go into the depth of it any further. I'm just going to participate and putting light into this heart. There's some sort of sooty, black, speckling ash. It's very dirty, so if you walk into the heart, it kind of gets on your skin and on your face, into the heart portal. Sort of like a suspended glowing heart, and I'm in a space where the heart is suspended. And there's a black sooty ash everywhere. Inside this heart, there's a strange golden cube, but it's got one part of the cube kind of comes up, like you could say it's like the roof of the house kind of thing. And part of the cube goes upward. And this is creating a lot of pain. The heart doesn't have a mouth. We have to use our voice. But we can speak inside of ourselves. We can close our mouth and pray. We can ask for help inside of ourselves with the most quiet voice of them all, the voice within us. That voice is real. She wants to know where that voice comes from. She says it's a spiritual voice. And you can speak within yourself all day long. And you can talk to me all day long. It's your spiritual voice. And you can ask for angels. You can ask for help. You can speak to the universe. We're looking at this odd object, and I'm just literally pulling it out with my energy hand. And it's like a bullet in a weird way, but it's in the shape of a golden cube with a roof on top, so a pyramid on top. And then I'm putting it into her palm. And the heart felt that. It's not necessarily bleeding, but it feels sore inside. It feels like it can breathe more deeply now. There's something about the gift of silent healing. It's interesting because we go to the doctor, we want the doctor to do the physical analysis, we want the doctor to tell us the physical symptoms of what is going on here. What about the silent healing? The silent healing that a hug provides, that's still a physical experience. But what about taking away the physical aspects and now going into the energetic aspects of it? That's what I do for a living, right? that there's something about prayer, there's something about expressing the inner voice and calling for help. There's something about that. And it's interesting the angle, because I'm a huge advocate for discovering what is the inner power. And so asking for help can sometimes be the band-aid over the real bigger issue, which is you have to make a change in the way that you are working through your life circumstances. You have to start to have a voice to speak up. You have to make the choice to make the changes. Archangel Michael, Quan Yin, Buddha, they aren't going to come out of the universe and do it for you. That's why you came here, to have the physical experience. You have the legs, you have the body, you have the voice. You're the one. They, however, can be there with you through the whole thing. They can comfort you, they can hug you, they can give you the energetic golden flute to revitalize your senses. And I want to bring it really back to Kuan Yin, because she can do this for you. She can be there to help you through anything. So the question is she just a Bodhisattva, is just kind of a one-sided gift to this world? Bodhisattva of compassion. I think compassion has a lot of ability here, but for me, she's sort of like, did I experience compassion in this journey, or did I just experience just love and tenderness, wisdom, helping me in a way I didn't even realize I was asking for, and bringing a new awareness into myself? Total human ascension gift. Let me just see what else. I'm going to ask her. I'm just going to ask her about the word compassion, but I'm going to ask her about the word. I was going to ask her about the word suffering. And so, how does compassion and suffering, how does she help somebody with suffering through compassion? How does she help the world with compassion? And so compassion could work with, anything. So it's sort of like, okay, well, I'm just thinking of ideas here, it's just trying to get a feel for, what areas can you help us with? Or are you just kind of like one of those you just put the blanket and we just absorb that blanket of love. Like Christ consciousness is great for literally anything, and she kind of has that emanation style about her. I did not expect to laugh so hard at the beginning of this, and that was so freeing for my soul and so healing for my body. And this conundrum of the flower, and I think it's for us to just think about, the flower is us. How are we going to help ourselves? What if we're in a situation where we don't know how to help ourselves? We don't have the voice. We aren't strong enough. Then what happens? And then how do we get through this thing? We can ask for help too from the spirit realm. How do we receive that help? How do we understand what they're telling us? How do we allow that in? The quiet voice can open the heart and say, Kuan Yin, I'm ready to receive. Day one, Kuan Yin, I'm ready to receive your gift of love and compassion to help me through, to help me find my voice, to help me in my life. And showing Kuan Yin, this is what I'm working with, this is what I'm struggling with. I don't know what to do about this. But silence yourself too and say, why am I in this situation in the first place? And what do I need to do seriously to get myself out or to move beyond this experience? So we're doing a little bit of personal work, but we're asking Kuan Yin to help guide us through this too. There's something about this as well, but there's so many perspectives and so many different takes we can explore these images and these stories. Let's see what else she says. She wants to bring me back to where I took the golden object out of the heart in order to help the heart feel better. She wants to know why my instinct was to do this. Because I tell her I can't stand seeing people in suffering. I know my place in this world is I can only do so much in a day. And so I try to find ways where I can be available on a grander scale to help more people through YouTube videos, through Patreon, through writing in my blog. I want to have outlets for people in many different ways where we can explore this ascension thing together, because it is so essential that we have a community, that we have a place where we can find a way to support each other. And if I can't be there, we can be there for each other. There's a way that we can do this. But I can't, when I go into a heart portal and it's covered in soot like this, I mean, how many heart portals do you think in this world are like this? That feel like I just got shot in the heart. This situation is hurting me inside my heart. This is really something we're all burdened with in our own unique ways. And it's unbearable for me because I don't like that feeling at all. And in this image, in this scenario, I have the power to come in and take that out, the wound out, to manifest support and healing. And she smiles at me quietly and takes this golden bullet away. I tell her I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. She says, just be patient. Healing takes time. It's like, okay, healing does take time. I say, could it be healing just to care? Just to actually show that you care. And you care about other people's situations. Could that be healing too? To just be a good listener. Sometimes that alone takes the bullet out of our hearts. And she is showing me again, we are the Quan Yin for this world. We are all the Quan Yins. The Quan Yin, we are all the Quan Yin. Each and every one of us can be a reflection of Kuan Yin in our own way. And when we are expressing love and compassion and kindness in our own way to brighten somebody's day, that is her working through us. That is us working with her. That is us realizing the oneness and the connection. And love works in all different ways. She is not telling me that she's telling me she is ready to help anybody with anything. She's not putting a stopper on what she can or can't do. She is a listener, she is a healer, she is here as a supportive friend. She is anything you could imagine to help you through anything in your life. I help people. That's why she's being really silly right now and showing me she has a banner that says, I help people. I'm Kuan Yin. I help people. What can I do to help you today? She's a Kuan Yin commercial. She likes that, wearing the amulet in the Kuan Yin commercial. How can I help you today? Sort of like you call in and, the 800 number. Hi, I'm Quan Yin. How can I help you today? So she's like that too. She's really funny. I've never seen the funny side of her. She's been like a freaking fragrant garden of like peace and relaxation. And she's really funny right now. She's actually funny and meaningful and deep and confusing and amazing in many ways. I want to deeply understand, but I feel so much gratitude for her. I almost feel so excited I can't calm down, and I'm going to relax. I just want to look at this on a bigger picture, not just as a single flower, a single human being, a single heart. But she says that single human being is a reflection of every person on the planet. And when one human being heals, we all heal. And I, Kuan Yin, am a reflection of every person on this planet. I too am a part of every single one of you. She says if you are supporting this Kuan Yin message, and you want to support it by wearing her amulet, or tattooing her picture on your body, or however we want to express our kinship with her vibration, then do it. It's your choice. You choose. She says a lot of people wear t-shirts that have a slogan or a saying that means something to them. And wearing Kuan Yin is because there's something about her that means something to you. You don't wear Kuan Yin because you can't stand her. You wear her because you appreciate her. And that's like giving her a gift of the most sacred, ornamental, most meaningful bow. When you wear something that is symbolic of her emanation, you are bowing before her with love and gratitude and reverence of her soul. But you also, she's really about seeing how this bow, it's so valuable that this bow is how we choose to treat everybody on the planet with love and sacredness and gratitude and reverence. That's challenging, but she says the moment you choose to do this, your relationship with the world, your relationship with your emotions, with your heart, with the balance, will transform. Because you're truly embodying Kuan Yin now. You're truly embodying honor and sacredness and reverence and gratitude. She's not going to say anything further. As in, what about the tyranny of the world? What about these people? What about these scenarios? She just continues to bow, say we must bow in honor and reverence and gratitude. We are all teachers and students. We are all... She's saying something else here. She shows me that the mirror, that every person that we see when we walk down the street is also a reflection of ourselves. This is lesson number 1. So now let's take it up a level. This terrorist is also a reflection of ourselves. And what do we do with that? How do we work with that? What is the Kuan Yin within us inspire us to do? Hate? Would the Kuan Yin within yourself hate, persecute, create tyranny, chaos? What would the Kuan Yin within yourself do? She again bows in gratitude and reverence, sacredness, honor for all souls. All souls are me. All souls are you. We are all part of each other. What can we do with this awareness? How can we heal the planet? How can we help the planet with this awareness? The reflection within ourselves, too, is a reflection of everybody. The more we heal ourselves, the more we heal the world. That's all I'm going to share for this message with Kuan Yin. She's like a Christ consciousness, a female Christ consciousness emanation. But I really like to call her Quan Yin. Just call her Kuan Yin. It's interesting because Jesus, I always call Jesus Christ consciousness, and there's a lot of Christ consciousness figures. And perhaps it's time to really call Jesus, Jesus, and Kuan Yin, Kuan Yin. And I feel that they're both emanations of that Christ consciousness and total gifts of the ultimate love. And what does that mean? How do we become that? How do we become the Christ consciousness within ourselves? How do we become the Quan Yin? What an amazing master teacher to work with on that pathway. It feels like we're starting to get into another root of her gift is if you are really on the pathway to discovering your own Christ consciousness connection, that we have Kuan Yin and we have Jesus and we have Abbey normal. How do we access the Abbey normal? How do I become that Christ conscious so I can work with Kuan Yin to become my own emanation of Christ consciousness? And that's really, really very precious pathway to choose. And she would be honored to work with anyone who is ready to choose that pathway and to find the Christ consciousness within you. It's interesting because now the Kuan Yin within us becomes your name, becomes Abbey normal, becomes who you are. I, Abbey normal, am a Christ consciousness emanation. That's a powerful thing to say. When you choose the pathway, you choose the pathway and you become it. You become the pathway. Is it wrong to say, I, Abbey normal, am a Christ consciousness emanation? If I am working toward becoming that, I am honoring the pathway by identifying myself as the pathway itself. There's something very precious and valuable about that. There's also something vulnerable within me hearing myself say that in a world where so many people would really tell you, I am Jesus incarnate, I am, and it's like, well, there's a reason why I don't say that, because I'm Abbey normal, and I'm working through sharing my own gifts of love in my own way based on my own experiences and based on how I translate that information, that energy. So for me to say I, Abbey normal, am an emanation of Christ consciousness, it almost feels bogus or egotistical, or I'm kind of sick of a world that has these slogans and where's the honesty, where's the truth in that individual, who truly are they? And I really want to get to know the real people, not the people we want. I don't want the way people want us to be seen, like the way I want people to see me, to really get into the real raw qualities of each and every human being. Like, I'm ready for a real world, not ready for somebody's idea of the way the world should be and we have to fit into all these categories. Like, I want the real world. So do I have a right to say in this world, I, Abbey normal, am a Christ conscious emanation? If I own it within myself, if I feel that that is who I truly am and who I'm truly wanting to become, I feel I can own that statement. Because if there's one thing that I am working on regularly, constantly, battling with myself, and that is the pathway to Christ consciousness. And I do care. Stuff to think about, right? I love how deep this is going. Alright, that's all I can share for this video message. I hope you guys enjoyed the exploration, and I want to thank you all for watching. If any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me with energy work and wisdom, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you all again, and I wish you all a wonderful day.